So we have a new item magnet, and this is actually a brand new development. I finally did this on the live stream earlier. So, as you can see, now anything below you doesn't get picked up, but it goes into your inventory, and it's a very nice animation. It's nice and smooth. It's much better than Move 2. So if I just kind of go and do this, just make a whole bunch of items. And we just go down here. It's nice and smooth. So if we go look at the Cronenberg monster, and right there, as you can see, it's very nice. So let me explain what's happening. So before, and let's actually go before. So the original mod was Pills Adams item drop mod, and that used a vector, or the prototype of a vector, to move the item towards you. And so what happened with that was it was extremely glitchy, used self-velocity. Now that's not his fault or anything, we just didn't have this API at the time, but I took that code and I stripped it and I redid everything. So instead of it moving to you and then getting put into your inventory when the item gets within your inner radius, if you'll notice, and you look very closely, watch my inventory and watch the item. So did you see that? Before the item gets to me, it's already in my inventory. So what happens is, if it's in your radius, it gets a flag that's set that it's collected, and then it uses a vector to move towards you. It gets normalized, as in it turns into a direction essentially, and that's a 3D direction, so it can move up or down in all 3 dimensions, and it gets the distance from you. So what I use with the distance is, the closer it gets, the faster it moves towards you. It's designed as closely to Minecraft as I can possibly get it, because I really love that item collection animation. It's super smooth, it's super nice, I love it. And I think this is a nice analog of it in the Minetest engine. So the next step that happens is, when it gets within 0.2 of you, which it's extremely hard to get away from it, it will remove itself, and basically the collection happens as soon as it's within your radius, and then the animation plays essentially. This probably works much better on single player than it does on a server, but I'm only so limited with the server side API to make it into a client side style API function, if that makes any sense. Basically, I'm trying to change the way that the client guesses on how to collect the item using the server. It's not a very good explanation, but it is what it is. So what are the advantages of this versus the other item collection mod? Well, actually there's quite a few. So the other item collection mod, it's a little jittery. Items can fly off everywhere. Here's a good example. So if you're running at full speed past something, then what can happen is the item can try to magnetize towards you in the old item collection mod or item magnet mod, and then it could just get flung off into a random direction if you move without, or if you move outside of its radius. So with this, if I run past it really fast, I collect it. And if you're moving that fast, you won't notice, but if you move fast enough to collect the item but move outside of its radius, what happens is it detects as soon as you're outside of its radius, and it will just remove itself so that you don't have all these items flying all over the place, and you won't actually notice it because as far as you're concerned, you're moving super fast, you can't see what's going on with it, and it just gets put into your inventory. It's almost like it instantaneously happens. So I think it's a nice balance of performance and speed, and this pig has decided to become a statue. But yeah, it's pretty nice. There's also a variable in the init.lua which makes it so you can collect items that are below you. So I think that's rather nice. I had it set so that the items did not become non-physical when they were collected, and it gave kind of like a feeling of the experience in Minecraft, like the actual experience orbs, as the experience orbs will climb up over blocks and then they will come to you. It's kind of strange actually, but nope, this just works almost identically to Minecraft, and it feels pretty nice, honestly. So I'm gonna release this on the forums. I'm gonna make it work with the default game. I'm missing something. So one more advantage is that in the item drop mod, if you throw your item, it will have no timeout and you'll instantly collect it. By default, this has a timeout of 2.5, so that's constant. So it's it works pretty well. You can throw your items into a garbage. Let's say you have a garbage down there, just chuck it in there, and it's gone. And if you want an item back, you just step on down there and go get it. So yep, like I said before, I'm gonna make this work with the default game, and then I'm going to release it on the forum. There is a big change, as you saw. Items do not stack together, and if you're on a server, or if you're a server administrator that has a low-level server, or I shouldn't say low-level, but low-spec server, you probably might not want to run this, but if you're running this on your own computer, you shouldn't have any problems whatsoever. It's a really nice addition to a single-player game. So that's about it. I don't think there's anything else that I could really say about it. So yeah, have fun with it. So I'll see you in the next video.